Hello everybody at YouTube, and I am Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a Toefl iBT. And I'm going online briefly. I don't have a lot of time today. I'm busy grading a lot of speaking practice tests. I'm also a professor at California State University at San Bernardino, but I wanted to go online just briefly today. Now, any of you guys watching this video, if you're interested in joining an online TOEFL course, you can go to onlinetoeflcourse.com. You can learn more about my course and how I help students all over the world learn English. Right? So, I'm going to go ahead and get started with some speaking practice tests right now. So let's go ahead and do that.
I would tell him to be confident and think positively.
Here we go. So I'm going to talk to my first student right now. He's doing speaking practice for today. Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Mohammed, and I'm going to listen to your independent speaking practice test number 13.
I would tell him to be confident and think positively. First of all,
Now let's go back to the actual question here. So I would rephrase the question a little bit more than you did, maybe using a conditional statement. So let's take a look at what this speaking prompt is, and then I will give you, you might say, well, your friend is nervous because you have a job interview. What would you tell him? So you might say this, well, if my friend is having a job interview and is nervous, I would tell him to, and then state what you just said. That gives your speech a little bit more purpose. All right, let's keep going.
Confident will help him speak more clearly, convey his thoughts accurately, and they will see the confidence in his behavior. So he will have better chance getting the job. Second,
so we have a better chance getting the job. Let me hear how you said that. You had some parallel structure issues right in that
his
part.
behavior. So he will have better chance getting the
So he will or we will? I would say so that he will have a better chance.
job. Secondly, I would advise him to think positively, because by being positive,
When you say what you might want to say no, that's good, just to think positively.
he would attract positive feeling, like certainty of getting the job, and diminish negative feeling like embarrassment and rejection.
Okay.
And I think being confident and thinking positively is his best solution.
I would say are the best piece of advice to help him get that job. That's how I would probably say that. Okay, now let's take a look at the actual speaking rubrics. And anyone watching at YouTube, I'm just doing some grading right now. So if you guys are not sure about what my online course is all about, you can go to onlinetoeflcourse.com and you can learn more about how I help students from more than 60 countries improve their academic English language proficiency. Okay, Mohammed, let's take a look here. So for you, I think with what you just did there, you had some delivery problems. You want to focus a little bit on that intonation, as I say. Language use, you had some minor language use issues with either parallelism, I think some minor problems there. Topic development, I gave you some minor suggestions on how you can improve there. I'm going to put you at about 2.6 out of 4, 20 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. And I'm going to go ahead and email him these comments that you guys just heard at YouTube. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send him this message. Give me a quick second, and we will go back to what we were doing before. There we go. All right, I'm repeating the process one more time. Okay, let's go back to my email and get the next speaking practice test. I have 30 minutes before or 40 minutes before my next class starts, so I want to get this done as quickly as I can. Okay, let's go to my next student. I'm going to call him DRD. Yeah, hi there. These comments are for DRD, and I am Michael, the founder owner and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a Toefl iBT. I'm going to listen to your independent speaking practice test number 3. So let's take a look at what this specific question is here. Give me a quick second. All right, it's number 3, right? So let's see what we have. It says, upon your death, what valuable object or possession would you consider giving to a friend or family member? Why would you want your friend or family member to inherit this object? Okay, so you say,
I have one very important idea. That's I want to keep the gold ring inside.
Okay, good. Okay, so you're slowing down a little bit, which is good. You're going to give me a chance to try to understand what you're saying. Let's hear what you're doing.
One very important idea. That's I want to keep the gold ring inside my pocket in the death day. But other people maybe.
Nah, you're taking... I mean, if we were sitting down in a Starbucks and I had 15 minutes to talk to you about this topic, it would be great, right? But we don't. We got 45 seconds, so you need to get to the point faster. I'm going to be honest with you. Get to the point much faster than what you're doing. That's going to be very, very important. All right, let's keep going.
Thought differently, but I want to keep this one inside my pocket to make my last day or death day or the time after my death day special. It is about 2.5 gram in weight and made of iron, made of gold.
Wow.
It has historical importance because I got it from my...
Yeah, but who would you want to give it to? That's what I don't know. So number 1, what is the object? Why would you want to give it to a specific friend or family member? So you can talk about the object like you did, but you need to spend a good part of your response explaining why you would want to give it to a certain family member. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't think you exactly answered this question, right? So let's take a look. Let's see if we can figure out your score here and why. So I'm looking at the rubrics right now. I'm going to try to figure out how you fit here. So I think overall not in the 3 range. In the 2 range, your response is connected, but the ideas you discuss are limited. You have basic ideas. I'm going to put you right below 2. I'm going to put you at 1.83 out of 4, 14 points out of 30 on this. Now, the good thing is, believe it or not, I could understand a lot of what you were saying. So you're making progress with your delivery. But with this one, you had a lot of problems with topic development, some language use issues. Of course, delivery, you want to work on your intonation, but I could understand this one better than others that you have done. So I want to give you feedback in that area too. So you got 1.83 out of 4, 14 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. So, I think you're getting better. You're getting better, but you still got a ways to go, right? So keep working hard, and you will continue to improve. Remember, listen to a lot of TV, Watch a lot of movies in addition to doing the speaking practice you're doing in my online TOEFL course, all right? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send him his comments. And that student, honestly, when he first did one of his first practice tests, I could understand nothing. So he's better. He's better than what he was, and that's a good start. Definitely. Okay, let's move ahead here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send, I'm sending him an email right now. Here we go, so we go to the next one. Okay, let's go to Sally. I'm going to go over to my VoxyPop discussion group too. So I have a place where students, either they email me their speaking practice or they can go over here. I'll show you what it looks like here. Let's see what we have. Get rid of this. Screen capture, here we go. Okay, so we have, this guy did one 2 days ago. I need to get to his right now. We'll listen to him. Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Shrikant, and I am Michael, and I'm getting ready to listen to your integrated speaking practice test number 6. So you said I simply tried the integrated speaking academic. Alright, so let's hear how you did this one. Here we go.
The reading passage discusses the dangers of nuclear energy, and the reading passage gives example to illustrate that danger. The first danger mentioned in the reading passage.
So to illustrate what now?
That danger.
To illustrate that danger. Good. So your introduction connects the main idea of the reading and the listening passage.
The first danger mentioned in the reading passage is that waste product of nuclear fission, which can be used for fuel in nuclear power plants or for bombs. The second danger is that nuclear energy process that turns raw uranium into lower enriched uranium. According to the reading passage, uranium is used to produce highly enriched weapons grade uranium.
Okay.
Similarly, according to the reading passage, the lecture gives an example about dramatic.
I like your use of similarly. That was good because you're showing how the information in the lecture is similar to the information in the reading. So very good use of that transition word.
Nuclear aggregate from former Soviet Union.
Now the only problem is you got 45 seconds, you got 15 more seconds, so you spent a little bit too much time on the reading passage and not enough time on the lecture, right?
First, the lecture provides that 30 people were killed instantly. Second, the thousands of cancers deaths were a direct result of the accident.
Okay, let's go to integrated speaking here. I want to go ahead and figure out your score here. Give me a quick second. Okay, so I think, believe it or not, you have figured out the structure more or less. So you had a good organization. You talked about the reading, then the lecture in the introduction, then you moved to the reading, then to the lecture. You spent a little bit too much time on the reading passage, not enough time on the lecture, right? So you might have missed a few points from the listening passage. Overall, you had pretty good language use. Delivery, you're still working in that area, so you definitely had some intelligibility issues. So keep working in the pronunciation area of my course, Shrikant. Alright? So overall though, I mean, you're making progress, you really are. So I think some delivery issues are going to put this score down a little bit. I'm going to put you at about 2.3 out of 4, 18 points out of 30 on this particular practice test, all right? I'm going to go ahead and upload so he can have my comments there, and I'm going to go to the next one right now. All right, let's check it out. Everyone's saving that one. I can go to another one here. Let's see. All right, let's go to another one here for just a minute. So we have okay, this is one of my students here. Let me listen to this one. Give me a quick second. Yeah, hi there. These comments are for KL, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a Toefl iBT. And I'm going to listen to your integrated speaking practice test number 11. All right, here we go.
In the listening passage, two speakers discuss how can teachers attract their students in.
So they discuss how teachers can attract more students. So what can you learn there? You can learn that noun clauses take statement, not question word order. So again, it's not how can teachers, but how teachers can. So be careful about
Learning
that.
and make class more interesting. The man believes that interactive teaching makes students learn faster, and he claims that the students who become friendly with their teachers will listen more effectively in class.
They'll listen more effectively. So you didn't quite pronounce those last two syllables in that word.
In addition, the woman explains that teachers can, through activities like role plays, to make students more concentrated.
More what? That word I'm having trouble with. Now, I like how you say in addition, so you're trying to organize your information in a way that's easy for your audience to understand, so that's good. But your intelligibility is not perfect. Let me go back to what you just said.
To make students more concentrated. She also believes that teachers' creativity can make students more enjoyable in class. To sum up, both speakers have their own views regarding how teachers can make learning more fun for students.
Okay, I think overall you had a pretty clear organization here. So I think topic development was pretty good. You had maybe one or two minor issues with language use. Delivery, this is really a lot of your trouble. You definitely have a lot of delivery issues, especially thought groups and blending, I think, is a big one for you. So if you go to pronunciation, the pronunciation part of my course, check out Speak Clearly lessons number 41 through 44. So I think the delivery issues is the big one here. So I'm going to put you here at about 2.5 out of 4, or 19 points out of 30 on this particular practice test, right? Now the other thing is, if we look at the syllabus, I need to figure out what the grade is here. So 2.5, this is going to put you at 85% on this assignment. All right? Thank you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send her a quick email. And I need to go to Blackboard too and enter in a score here. Give me a quick second. See what we have here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let me go into the grade center here so I can do this. Give me a quick second. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Well, here we go. Almost done. Got it. Okay, I just entered the grade there. Let's go back to my VoxyPop group and see what we have going on. Let me go back to the dashboard here. Okay, I think we have one more in here. What do we got? We got Sally. Here we go. Yeah, I try to get to these about every 24 hours, and sometimes I get so busy at school I can't do it, but she did this one about yesterday. Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Sally, and I am Michael, the founder owner and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the Toefl iBT. So you're doing independent speaking practice test number 1. So describe a place you visited as a child. What is your favorite memory while visiting this place? And I'm going to listen to your response. So here we go.
Well, for me, the memorable, unforgettable place is Toefl. And Toefl is a city located in the Red Sea in Egypt. And I can't forget this place because it combined the natural scene of the Red Sea and mountain at the same time with the luxury hotels. So I remember.
Now I'm having a little bit of trouble in that description part, so you seem to be a little bit limited with your vocabulary as you're describing the place.
When I was 5 years old, I went with my dad and mom, and I could enjoy the sea activities like sailing, diving, and swimming.
Okay.
At the same time, I enjoyed the food board options of food.
Okay.
So it was an amazing place with amazing experience. And it was also
Yeah, but what was the favorite experience? What do you remember the most there? So I think that's part of the key.
affordable, So I hope I could try this experiment again.
Okay, so if we look at the question, I think describe the place you were limited when you did that, and then what is your favorite memory while visiting this place? You weren't very specific in terms of addressing that. So you had weaknesses, I think, in topic development with both parts of this speaking task. Now let's take a look at your score here. Let's see if we can figure it out. I think on this one with topic development, your response was limited. I'm going to put you in the 2 range just because of that. You had pretty good control of your vocabulary and your grammar, although your vocabulary and grammar tends to be a little bit basic. Delivery. I can understand everything you're saying for the most part, but I'd like you to work on being a little more fluent by speaking a little faster. And how fast should you speak? As you're going through my pronunciation videos, you can practice as you're going through some of the reading exercises. You're trying to read at the same pace as I do as I go over the sentence and the paragraph activities. That's the speed that you're looking for. Alright, so your score here, I'm going to put you at about, I'm going to say 2.3 out of 4, 18 points out of 30 for some of the reasons I just described in this video. And I'm going to go ahead and give her my comments here. Now, do you guys notice if you compared, I listened to 2 different people. I listened to the one by Srikanth, remember that one? Then I listened to Sally. Sally has better delivery, but Srikanth has better topic development and I think language use. However, he has a lot of problems with his delivery, so each student is a little bit different. We don't all have exactly the same issues, right? As you just saw in those 2 separate speaking tasks. Can we go ahead and save this? Let me go back to my email now and okay, let's take a look here. What do we have? Okay, here's another one here, and we talked to this guy. Yeah, hi there. These comments are for CD, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the Toefl iBT. So you're doing Toefl Level 6, a speaking practice test number 11, right? All right, let's go ahead and download it right now. Here we go. Good luck.
According to the lecture, there are 4 ideas about how teachers can make learning more enjoyable and fun for their students.
I like how you said there are 4 ideas. Then you can go first, second, third, and fourth. That's a very good leading sentence to help structure this particular response. So very clever on your part to organize it like that.
The first one is that teachers should make the teaching interactive because this makes students learn faster. The second one is that teachers are able to involve students through activities like role plays because students will not get bored and can be concentrate on the subjects. The third one,
And not cannot be, I would just say cannot concentrate, or they can concentrate. You don't have to say be and then concentrate, right? So you don't need passive voice there.
is that teachers should make students become friendly with them and don't consider them as someone who just gives them work because this helps students to listen more.
I would say and should not consider them as blah 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 instead of saying and don't consider them as. I would say should not instead of don't.
Effectively to their teachers. The fourth one is that teachers can teach by stimulating the learning senses of students through creativity.
Okay.
According to the lecture, there are 4 ideas.
Okay, we're good. I can give you a score here, right? I think overall you had a pretty good organization, and you completely and accurately explained the information. You did have some minor problems with language use, and delivery is a pretty big problem with you too. So keep working in the pronunciation area of my course, right? I think that's going to be good. And one thing that can be helpful for you, really, maybe two areas. The first thing I'd like you to look at, CD, is intonation. So pronunciation lessons 36 through 40, and also to help you with your what's called pacing. I have some lessons. They're called thought groups and blending. It's pronunciation lessons 41 through 44. I think that'll also, if you review, study, learn those techniques in those videos, you should be able to speak a little more naturally. All right, your score here, I think it's pretty good. I'm going to put you at about 2.5, I think, out of 4, 19 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. Now, for the purposes of our class, we're looking at 2.5. This is going to put you at 85% on this assignment, at least for our class. All right, so thank you for completing that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send him these comments by email. Okay, here we go. Where are we here? Let's go back to the Grade Center. He's one of my students, so I can go ahead and put this one in. Now, not everybody, it's kind of complicated. I teach students online all over the world. I never meet them. But I also teach TOEFL preparation here at California State University, San Bernardino. I see them every day. Right? So I kind of do both of those things. Okay, let's go over to VoxyPop one more time. Let's see what we have. Yeah, what I try to do here is to get things done in about 24 hours. That's kind of the main thing. It's not easy to do with my busy schedule, but my students want feedback, right? When they do a speaking practice test, they don't want to wait a week. They want to get their feedback within about a day, and that is my goal, and it's not easy to do that. So Ravender K here, she did one yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to her for a minute. Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Ravender K, and I'm going to listen to your integrated speaking practice test number 6.
The reading and the listening passage discusses the risk associated with the nuclear energy. Reading passage mentions that because of...
Now let me listen to the intro one more time.
The reading and the listening passage discusses the risk associated with the nuclear...
Yeah, so the reading and the listening passage discuss, not discusses. So you want the verb to be plural because you have multiple subjects in that sentence.
Reading passage mentions that because of...
You want to say the reading passage. Don't forget those articles, those noun markers before your nouns there.
The information that has been shared with the public. The information gets being used in the unwanted form, and the IAEA cannot monitor the world's nuclear facility and pro-weapon proliferation very effectively. In the listening passage, Professor gives an example of an accident that took place in Russia.
That's good. So, like I said, that the listening passage gives an example. Excuse me.
And it resulted in dramatic damage where 30 people were killed, more than 28 people were
That's right.
exposed to the radiation, and several died because of poisoning.
Okay.
Many of the people they died because of the cancer. Also, he mentioned that this caused the Soviet Union twice as any other accident before that happened.
Got it. Okay, now let's see what we got. So, yeah, I think in this one you are in the 3 range for sure, but I think some minor delivery issues. You're not 100% clear, so one thing you can work on is your intonation. That's pronunciation lessons 36 through 40. I think would be good, but overall I think this is a pretty good response. I'm going to put you at 3.0 out of 4, 23 points out of 30 on this practice test. All right? All right, let's go back to the, I'm going to go ahead and save this. Okay, here we go. So she's going to get my comments right now. I got 12 minutes to go to my first year composition English 105 course here, so I got to move quickly. I think I just listened to this one. Hold on, let me listen one more time. Maybe not.
I don't have many more things, except one golden ring colors, which I definitely keep to my wife. Also important small tools, especially in the day of my dates.
Yeah, I listened to this one already. Okay, let's go to the next one here. Okay, this student is doing some pronunciation practice. Yeah, I'm not going to have time to do this, so I'm going to go back to Voxipop, see what else I have over there. Okay, if I do this one, this was done 16 hours ago, so this will be the last one that I will actually do today. Okay, here we go. Let's listen to this one. This is going to be it. Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Sally, and I am Michael, your online TOEFL course instructor for the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL iBT, and you're doing independent speaking practice number 22, right? So let's take a look. So this one is, in which type of house would you prefer to live? In an old historical house or a new modern one? That's kind of what you're looking at, right? Okay, let's hear how you answered that
Because
question.
the older the house is really mattered with me, and because it's very costly to renew an old house, I will choose a modern house. Because the older the house is really mattered with me, and because it's very costly to renew an old house, I will choose a modern house.
Good. Now, a little bit awkward in that beginning. So because the old house matters to you, I don't know, that was a little bit awkward. You might say something, well, because I do not prefer the design of older houses and they're more expensive to maintain, I prefer a more modern home, something like that.
I have been lived for 5 years in an old house.
No, I have been living for 5 years in an old house. So you want to use present perfect progressive there, Sally.
And it took me too much time to clean this house. But it was always smells like rotten egg, I don't know why. And I used a very expensive detergent to make this house clean, but it was useless. The other thing is very costly
to renew anything in old houses because you have
I'll say to maintain, not renew. I'd say it's very costly to maintain or update older homes.
to choose the same painting color or the same wood that maybe is expensive to get it. So that's why it's better to be in a modern house.
Okay, overall, you answered the question right. Now, you had some language use issues, I think, with this one. You had some definitely language use issues, some delivery issues. So, I can understand what you're saying, but it's a little awkward sometimes with your pronunciation, right? So, I'm going to put you at 2.5 out of 4, or 19 points out of 30 on this one. So, keep working. I know that you understand my course now. You've been using it for a while. I would spend time in the pronunciation area of my course. I think that's going to be good. And remember, anything you can do to improve your exposure to English is going to be a very good thing. So think about that. All right, Sally? So anyway, thank you very much for completing this particular practice test. Okay, and I think that is it for today. So I will have to stop this video. So if you guys are having any questions about my website, you can go over to onlinetoeflcourse.com and you can definitely learn more about my course, because that's my goal, as you can probably see in the video. My goal is to help students all over the world improve their academic English language proficiency. What you don't see here is I get emails every day, students who are practicing integrated writing, they're practicing the independent writing, they're going through my course, they're completing vocabulary quizzes, grammar quizzes, they're doing reading practice tests, listening practice tests, they're doing all of this practice over several weeks or a few months. And a majority of my students, they are able to reach their target TOEFL scores because they're using my course. And that's kind of how it works.